I guess the first question I want to know is, the golf experience of going to the Nationals highlight of your golf career? Is that okay to say that?
Yeah, I think that's okay to say. I mean, it definitely takes championship tournaments to a whole new level, because I played junior golf and I went to national championships then, but going to the national championship when you're at the NCAA level just takes it to a whole new level. It's a different atmosphere. It's much more competitive, much more serious. So
you've obviously had now some time to kind of think about it. What's the lasting memory from your experience?
I don't know, I think it was just an honor to be there, and I'm proud that I could represent Jewell there, I think was the biggest thing. I mean, obviously memories-wise, there's always little things that you think you could have done better, and there are things that I remember, but I think overall it was just like like I said, I was proud to be there. I felt privileged to be able to represent the school and do everything that I could, so I think that was probably the best thing about being there.
As an individual qualifier, it's kind of you against the world, though. What's that like?
Well, I think our regional representative Sue probably put it the best way, because she saw me at regionals, and I'd qualified for regionals as an individual, and then regional standings at that tournament determined who goes to nationals. And so she saw me play at regionals, and I saw her the day that I was playing my practice round at nationals, and she was like, yeah, this is a great experience, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, but it's one that you want your team to be a part of next year, I'm sure. And I was like, yeah, it's the first day, it's the practice round, I really wish my team was here, because it is very different playing. It's interesting to play golf on a team because it's an individual sport, but you're also trying to represent your team. Sure. And then it's also very different to go from playing an individual sport on a team to then playing an individual sport and knowing that it's just you. Yeah. Because at regionals it came down to, yeah, it's just you. If you have a bad day, you're out of it. You can't come back from it because there's no one to kind of catch you if you fall. So at nationals it was also kind of like that, because it was like, well, there's nobody else here. It's just me. So
Alex, you were telling me too that it's a difference in the longevity of the tournament and maybe more of a mental challenge than anything.
Yeah, it definitely was a mental challenge, especially considering I remember the second day of nationals we had 20 to 30 mile an hour wind, which isn't something that you normally encounter in golf. But then on top of it, it was also a 4-day competitive tournament, and then you had the practice round the day before, so it was very long and it was mentally tough, and I think everybody could probably feel it by the last day. So
right. Championship event, do you feel that pressure? You talked about the pressure of not having that support from your teammates, but what about just as a competitor? Was that pressure or was it fun?
I think there was a little bit of pressure, and I think it was also fun. I'm known for putting a lot of pressure on myself, just personally. So I think the majority of the pressure that was on me was actually coming from myself. But then it was also, there was a little bit of pressure because I felt like I needed to do well, because my parents, both of my parents came to nationals. They saw 2 days of the tournament, and that was only the second college tournament that my dad had ever come to, and he was the one that got me into golf, and the first one was regionals about a week and a half before. So I was like, well, I want to do well for them. And then also it was the first time my coach had ever been to nationals, and the first time he'd ever gotten that far on either side, because he's our men's and women's coach. So I also wanted to do well because I wanted to make him proud, and I know he was proud of me for just making it there anyway, because he kept saying it, but I really wanted to do well. But also I kept telling myself in my head, like, this is the last tournament. It's not like if you play bad, you're not going to go anywhere else. This is it. This is like the climax of the season. So I just kept telling myself to relax. There didn't need to be as much pressure as I thought I had on myself the first couple of days, and then I calmed down as the week went on.
Right. Tell us, since you brought it up, about your mom and dad. What are their names, or what do they do for a living?
Well, my dad, Tom, he actually just switched jobs, so I'm not terribly familiar with what he does. He's started traveling. He works from home. He works with a consulting firm, and then his wife, Sarah, she works at Excel Energy. She's an inventory strategist. Okay. So it was nice for them, because I know they used to watch me play golf when I was younger, and junior tournaments and stuff, and they couldn't go to all of them, but I know my dad went to state every year that I went to state in high school and stuff like that, so I know he was happy to be able to finally make it to not only one college tournament, but also two, and especially given that one of them was the national tournament, I know he was excited about that for sure.
Siblings?
Yes, I have 2 younger brothers, although they are not old enough to have gotten into golf yet. Tanner is 3, and Wyatt will turn 7 in August.
Never too early to start, though.
Yeah, my parents want me to move back after I graduate and start teaching them how to play golf, but I don't know. We'll see how that works out.
You say move back. Where are you from?
Denver.
Denver?
Yep.
And where'd you go to high school?
I went to the Denver School of Science and Technology in Stapleton.
What do you want to do? What's your major, and what do you want to do when you're done with Jewell?
Well, I'm actually a biochemistry major with a Latin minor. But actually, once I finish college, I'm going to try and get my card and try and play professional golf.
Right.
And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to finish taking some classes to get my certification for golf. So if I don't get my tour card, I can coach, I can manage a golf course, or I can just work in that field. So I'm probably going to end up working in golf somewhere or another. I just haven't figured out entirely where.
And this summer, are you playing in any amateur tournaments? Are you working on your game on the practice greens and ranges, or what do you plan on?
I mean, it's summer, it's 3 months. You can't really take the whole time off, or you come back in the fall and you've got an uphill battle. So I'm still practicing, I'm still playing pretty much as much as I can. I work out at a golf course, so it makes practice and everything easy. And then I'm also going to play in the U.S. Women's Amateur Qualifier this year.
Very nice. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.